Welcome back. It is day number 16. We are flying through these 90 days, and I'm so happy that you are back with me and ready to kick things off. On today's lesson, we're going to talk about what if you had $100,000 already in your bank account? What if it was already there? Now what? Now what? So, before we jump into this, and I take you through a little bit of walking through this and how to make this a reality for yourself, let me introduce myself. So, if you are completely brand new to my channel or to my wall or wherever you're watching this, I want to welcome you. My name is Tracy Walker. I am a documented seven figure earner here inside of the network marketing and affiliate marketing spaces. The key thing that I want you to know is that I've built my businesses all online. All right. And so, really, digital marketing is my wheelhouse. It's my favorite. And I love it. Okay. That's number one. Number two, I am a baseball mom. That's actually number one. Right. That's actually number one. I'm a baseball mom. And so, I absolutely enjoy doing the things with my son, being able to go to his baseball games, be able to go to his practices, be able to take him to batting practice, all the things that he needs to do. I enjoy being present for that. All right. Third thing, I am a what you would call a master recruiter. Okay. And what that really means is that I have been able to connect a lot of people. Um, who have certain problems with solutions that solve that problem for them. Okay. And for me, that translates into buyers of programs, enrollments into businesses, joining me in teams, having coaching clients. That's what it translates into. But it's really nothing special. It's just I've learned some skills from some really, really smart people about how to connect problems and solutions that people have together. And then that allows me to offer and to show that I'm the best person, I believe, right? To help them solve that problem. And then last but not least, I am a business automations expert. That ultimately means, remember when I talked to you about the baseball stuff, that just means that I don't want to have to do a lot of manual labor. Okay. I really like to have videos. I like to have content. I like to have social media. I like to have articles. I like to have a lot of different things, Pinterest or what have you. I like to have these things working for me on my behalf so that I don't have to physically be present. I don't have to be on the phone all day. I don't have to be on a Zoom. I don't have to be in the DMs all day. I'm not against those things. I believe all those things absolutely work. There are people that have made millions of dollars from being over the phone. There's people that have made millions of dollars by being in the DMs. There's plenty of people that have made millions of dollars by being able to do all these different things and actually have success in their business, right? I mean, you can probably buy a course about it somewhere, right? Somebody's teaching you that. What I'm saying to you though is I enjoy not having to do those things. I've done them all a long time, done them a lot, okay? And I enjoy not having to do them. And that's because I have sales funnel, I have video, I have a sales page, I have buy buttons, I have my merchant account, everything linked up together where people can click on the link that I have made available to them. And if they want more information, they can go through that process and it doesn't require me. This is how I'm able to make what they call autopilot sales. All right. So that's a little bit about me. So, what I want to do is I want to jump into today's session, which is thinking about and imagining you already having $100,000 in your bank account. Now, why do we need to imagine that? Well, it's because what the mind of man can conceive, right? He can achieve. What the mind of man can conceive, he can achieve. So if you cannot even conceive it, if you cannot even think it, if it doesn't even seem like a possibility for you in your realm, then you will not be able to achieve it. So if the goal or if a goal is for you to have a six-figure year in your business, then let's just start with $100,000, right? That's where that comes from. $100,000. Now, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to sit for a moment and you're going to have to imagine what it's like to have $100,000 in your bank account all at one time. I mean, you literally being able to log into your bank account and you see $100,000 in there. How would you feel? I want you to think about that. How would you feel? When it was time for you to get up the next day to do your 2-hour workday, based on a lot of the other stuff I've shared with you in the previous days, the previous sessions, I want you to ask yourself, how would you feel when you started working for that day? If you had $100,000 in your bank account and the next morning you woke up and you were ready to get to work, would you feel frustrated? Would you feel overwhelmed? Would you feel like, oh my God, I don't know what to do? Because I will tell you this, to be able to accumulate and build $100,000 into your bank account, you most certainly know what you're doing every day for those 2 hours. You most certainly feel good about what you're doing because you're not under pressure. You're not stressed out. You're not needing the money right now at this exact moment. And here's the key. Even if you do need the money, like right now, even if you do need the money right now at this moment, you've got to already be able to perceive in your mind what it would be like to not need it. And I get it. It is or sounds easier said than done. But that is literally the work. Some of you guys follow a book that says faith without works is dead. That's the work. You can have faith in something, but if you don't sit down and do the mental work, then what will happen is that faith will be dead. In other words, you're believing in a pie in the sky because you haven't learned to use your God-given faculty of that magnificent thing we call the imagination. Now, I get it. I get it. We always think that marketing and making a lot of money is all about skill set. Skill is a portion. Skill is a portion. I'm going to give you a formula that one of my mentors gave me as it relates to the skill and how it relates in the whole scheme of things. And you might want to write this down. Belief plus skill. Belief plus skill times faith equals results. Those are your results. Your belief plus your skill times your faith equals the results that you're going to get. So let me give it to you like this. Let's do a scale 1 to 10. Let's say that your belief, you believe, but not really. Like you believe it's possible for other people, but you don't really believe it's you. So we're going to give that a 5. Going to give your belief a 5, right? And let's say that your skill is a 1. So your belief is a 5, your skill is a 1. Belief plus skill. So that means we're at 6. Times your faith. You can only have top 10 faith, but you know it can happen. You're not all the way sold on yourself yet, but you know there's no way that the Most High would put this in front of you, would put it on your heart to take action, would put it on your desire. You would have the desire to put your money up and it not even be possible for it to work for you. So your faith, let's go ahead and give your faith, let's say an 8. So we've got belief plus skill times faith. Belief was 5 plus skill was 1. That's 6 times faith, which was 8. That's 48. 48. Now, the max you could have would be 10 plus 10, which is 20, right? And then 20 times 10 would be 200. So the max you could have is 200. And in that example I gave you, it's 48. But let's switch up the numbers a little bit. Let's say that you really, really believed in yourself. So you've been successful in something else, anything else. You know that you are capable of being successful. So you believe in yourself. So let's go ahead and let's go ahead and give that a 10. Now let's also keep your skill at 1, right? Because you didn't get any better skill. But let's just keep that skill at 1. So now we've got 10 plus 1. That's 11. And now let's keep that faith at an 8. We're going to multiply. We're going to multiply, right? So we can have better results. So 10 plus 1 is 11 times your faith, which is 8. 11 times 8 is 88. You have almost doubled. You've almost doubled your results from 48 to 88. Almost double. An actual double would be more like what, 96? But you're at 88 versus 48. Why though? Because you increased your belief in yourself and you increased your faith. See, those are the things that I can't teach you. Those are things that people like me, I can't teach you that. If you want to have better belief in yourself, you go to people like Tony Robbins. He helps you with that. If you want to have a greater faith, then you go to your faith-based leaders for that. Whether it's religion, whether it's spirituality, whatever it is, you go to those people. But when you want to increase your skill, which you can be taught, and you can elevate that just by listening to what I'm telling you to do. You can significantly increase if you already bring your belief and your faith to the table. But even if I gave you all the skill, let's do the one more equation. You have 10. You have 10 in skill. You know exactly what you're doing, but you don't believe in yourself. So now you have a 2 in belief. You got a 2. So your 2 in belief plus your 10 that I'm giving you in skill is 12. But you have, oh ye of little faith. Oh ye of little faith. Let's go ahead and let's give that a 4. So now you got 12 times the 4. You're back at 48. And you still got all the skill. You were at 48 with no skill. So what I'm trying to explain to you is that the multipliers to your success would be your belief and your faith. The skill, is it important? Absolutely. It is a factor. As you can see, it's a factor. But you're just adding skill to your belief. You're multiplying faith. Faith is the multiplier of it all. So when you close your eyes and you imagine having that $100,000 in your bank account, what do you see? Who do you see you are? Who do you see yourself as? Are you confident? Do you feel capable? Do you feel competent in that area? Because you don't make $100,000 on the internet without that. So because you have the $100,000 in this example, it means you must be on a closer to being the person that you need to be than not. So in order to make this work, you have to begin with the end in mind. So if the end, let's just say the example, $100,000, you got to imagine the $100,000 already in the bank account, number one. And then number two, you've got to already see yourself as the person who's capable of earning the $100,000 in the year or whatever it is. You've got to already see that. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to take some time on today, which is day number 16. I want you to take some time, not a lot of time. I don't need you to take an hour. I don't need you to take 30 minutes. Give it 10 minutes. Give it 10 minutes. And I want you to write down just whatever comes to mind. Just write down. I am so happy and grateful now that I have $100,000 in my bank account. And you got to do it in the present tense. I am so happy and grateful now that I have $100,000 in my bank account. I am so happy and grateful now that I have learned the skill of digital marketing. I am so happy and grateful now that I'm confident that I can do it. I'm so happy and grateful now that all of my bills are paid. I am so happy and grateful now that I am taking my very first 30-day vacation, a consecutive 30-day vacation. I am so happy and grateful now, right? Whatever it is, that I put the down payment on my new house. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have my Maybach truck. By the way, speaking of the Maybach truck, me and my son, we went to go and test drive it today, right? And we went over there, and because it was a brand new one, they wouldn't let us test drive it. But me and Josiah got in that car. He was in the back seat. I got in the front, passenger side first, came around, got into the driver's side, got into the back, moved the seats, moved the footrest up and down, played with the little computer screens, the tablets, played with the air, played with the sound, the music. I leveraged the seats where the seats can fold in on you a little bit, like the little lumbar part, right? Like coming in and adjusting all of that. I played with all of that. I wanted to feel the snugness of the soft leather. I wanted to hear the sound. I wanted to smell the air because it has its own scents that you can put into like the glove compartment part. It's a little section where you stick a little, I don't know, a scent thing, right? Not like a Glade, but it's like a little thing. You sit it there, and it will actually feed that scent into the air conditioning so that it comes out while you're driving, while you've got the air on in your car. I got out and I saw the trunk. I played with the trunk, saw the space, walked around the car, looked at it, leaned on it. Why? Why? Because whatever the mind of man can conceive, he can achieve. So because I've already declared and decreed that is my car, then now I need to feel what it's like for it to be my car. You guys understand what I'm saying? So you got to do the same exact thing. You got to feel what it's like to have that $100,000. You got to feel what it's like to spend some of it and go on vacation. You got to feel what it's like to go put money down on that car, put money down on that house. You got to feel what it's like to wake up in the morning and it's like, oh, okay, I got $98,000 in here because I spent $2,000 on my mortgage, or I spent $2,000 on something else. And then you turn around and you make 3 sales, and now you've got $2,700 right back in there, because you've learned the skill of how to make a sale a day, or 2 sales a day, or 3 sales a day of $900. So $100,000 in your bank account, now what? That's what I want you to answer. I am so happy and grateful now that I have $100,000 in my bank account. That is the lesson for today. That is the lesson for day number 16. Now we're going to get back into some marketing, but I've given you so much marketing up to this point that you just need to do what I've given you. I've also shared with you a few days so far of getting your mind right, putting you in the right frame of mind, making sure you have the right mental exercises down. So, the same way you learned the skill of creating content using ChatGPT, you've got to learn how to create what you want in your life by using the power of your own imagination. Now, if you can combine these two things, where you use your imagination to see what you want, and then you use tools like ChatGPT and you leverage what I'm teaching you, you leverage what our community is teaching you, leverage all the different things that's going on inside of what we're doing at Legacy Builders. Well, now you've got the creation of it in the mind, and then you got the creation of it in the flesh. That's what manifestation is. It's literally being able to create it in your mind first by seeing it, agreeing it is so, and then coming into the real world, the physical world, and doing the work that you need to do to bring what you see in your mind to life. It's not anything magical about that. I'm sure you've imagined something before. Most times you're probably imagining things you don't want. That's what you call worry. You don't want this to happen. You don't want to get sick. You don't want the doctor report to come back bad. You don't want to miss the bill payment. You don't want that. So you focus and you you use your imagination to harp on what you don't want, and that's called worry. Well, worry and faith can't operate in the same space. So either you're gonna worry or you're gonna have faith. You gotta pick and choose what you're gonna do. And that's up to you. That's why I can't teach you that, because I can't sit with you in your mind every day. What I can do is lay the formula out for you here. You grab hold of it, you stick it inside of your heart, you use it, then you use everything that I'm teaching you in these 90 days with your marketing to build your skill so that you have a high belief plus a high skill set times a high faith amount, which is going to give you massive results. Okay. So I hope that you enjoyed today, day number 16. Use your mind. The assignment is to write down, take 10 minutes. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have the $100,000 and the other things that the $100,000 will allow you to do, and say that you're happy and grateful for it now. Not I'm gonna, not one day, now. Now. All right. So if you have not gotten your hands on um, our blueprint, our blueprint that is really teaching people how they can position themselves to earn $900 a day in digital marketing without having to be on the phone, without having to DM all day, and literally being able to work for 2 hours a day. You want to get your hands on that digital marketing blueprint. The way that you get it is you want to head over to www.makemoneywithtracy.com. You see it at the bottom, it's scrolling across. You see it over here under my name. And if you look inside of the description of this video, you will see it in the description as well. All right. So, what I want you to do is I want you guys to get really, really serious. Okay. I want you to declare it. I want you to decree it. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to see it. In fact, my whole team, my whole business is about see it, feel it, and live it. You see that? See it, feel it, and live it. This isn't something that I just came up with today. This is something that had instilled, and I've been instilling into the marketplace since 2011. See it in your mind first, right? I saw the Maybach. I saw the Maybach on the website. Then I said, oh, I could see myself in that. I could see my son in there. I could see going on vacation in there. I could see it, right? Then I said, feel it. Well, I already know the formula. So I went on the website, put in a request to have an appointment to go and speak to the sales rep about this particular vehicle. We did that today. I felt it. Now I can feel it even when I'm not there. I can feel it in my mind. And I can remember what it felt like, which is then me feeling it in that present time. Because your subconscious doesn't know the difference between whether you're doing it right now or whether you did it last week. So I did it today, but the feeling and the memory that I have of it, my subconscious isn't going to remember or know whether I'm physically sitting in the Maybach again or if I'm just back in the future. And after you see it, and then after you feel it, then you get to live it. That's me having it in my garage. But I got to keep seeing it, and I got to keep feeling it, and I got to keep doing my work. I got to keep executing in my marketing. I got to keep being consistent. Then I can live it. And the same thing applies to you. So get your hands on our free digital marketing blueprint over at www.makemoneywithtracy.com. I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow for day number 17. We're rocking and rolling. And guys, come on now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. If you haven't caught up with everything from days 1 through 15, you got till tomorrow to get all that stuff done and caught up and ready to rock with me on day 17. All right? Grab your blueprint, and guess what?